What's up, everybody? This is David Leach. Welcome to the Drinks on Dave podcast, an unbiased, unrelenting, and unfiltered show about everything and anything. So crack a cold one and let's go.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
what's up? Cheers to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us, man.
Drinks on Dave. So I have the Stacys with me today. Introduce you guys yourself, please.
I'm Chris Roach.
I'm Kyle Sargent.
I play guitar and lead vocals. Well, one of the lead vocals.
Yeah, and I just do bass and some background vocals.
Hell yeah, man. Where'd the name come from?
So
I heard a good story comes out of.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird story. So we had another band name that was, I can't say it for legal reasons, but basically what happened is we got a cease and desist during quarantine.
Oh, fuck.
And they started shutting, because due to trademark infringement, they shut down all of our social media, started deleting all of our streaming and all that. And we looked into it, and it turned out that a lady named Stacey had the trademark, that name already. And so since she took our name, we took her name.
She really went to that depths. Like, they went that hard on you guys.
Well, you know what I think it was? I think it was one of those lawyers that scours the internet for suits they can file.
Mm-hmm. Just to get paid off.
And then they contacted her and be like, we have a case here. Do you want to go for it?
I saw something recently that made me maybe connect the dots. And obviously, I mean, we can't say it, but if you do the time alignment, I mean, a couple months ago, there was a movie that just released, a kid's movie, that is the name. Like, the name of the band is exactly what the kids movie is called.
Okay. I'm asking off camera, by the way.
Yeah, it takes about 4 years-ish, 5 years to make a movie or whatever. Like, you got the production, all the legal stuff in the background. Maybe they were trying to clean up all the legal names, but the movie's out now. It's a big box office movie, kids movie, and I'm like, that's literally the name of the...
Yeah.
So how the fuck did they get like your streaming off? Did they contact Spotify and all that? And
I don't know how they did it. And the crazy thing was, whenever like I would give people our name and they would have to go look it up to go find us, there would be like 100 other bands with that name. So I always knew that whenever we started making actual money with this thing that we would have to change our name.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until we were making absolutely no money during COVID.
Course.
That's when it all stopped. I'm like, this is okay. Well, there's never been a better time to change your name. But I like this new name better anyways.
The Stacys is dope as fuck. So they just had too much time on their hands. But that's a lesson for a lot of bands, man. You got to be careful because you put all that work in. Someone comes and like starts messing with your streaming. That's insane to me, man.
I know. Well, then you have to rebuild your whole brand. Like you have to, because you can't just take it off and then upload your music back on there with a different name because that file's already been added, and it took us like 6 months to get it all back together. You
have to remaster it, like completely re-render it, right?
Yeah,
to redo the artwork, like.
Yeah, and I looked up Stacey Robbins on Facebook, and she actually seems like a really nice person. So,
where's she live?
L.A.
L.A. Of course.
Just people doing their business.
Of course she does.
Oh, of course. Yeah, yep.
That is such an L.A. Crazy. That is such an L.A. move. I lived there for 15. That's such an L.A. move. So I would have probably guessed. I'm guessing Burbank, California, if I had to guess.
Shit.
So how did you guys meet? Like, how did you guys?
That's a weird story. Like, my briefest way to put it is I didn't know my dad for 18 years, and his best friend, knows the Roaches, is really good friends with their sister Laura Roach, who's Bowen, who's in Shadow Sin, lead singer of that, and they go way back before she was even in bands, before she was doing stuff, and so like when I just came around, for the past like 3.5-ish years, and things fell into place, I just ran into Alec, and I've always, we've always known each other and run into each other at shows.
Just through the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we started talking at my sister's cover band was doing an acoustic set at this bar, and me and Kyle started talking about like Pink Floyd and stuff. So I had him saved in my phone as Kyle Pink Floyd for a long time.
Yeah.
Is that an influence just growing up for you guys?
Oh yeah, huge. Like top 3.
Because I checked you guys out. I definitely got Nirvana Bush vibes for sure. Compliments,
Get that
of
a lot.
course.
Yeah. No,
Is Nirvana a big influence?
It is for me for sure.
Because I could hear it. You're the singer, right?
Yeah.
So I could
there's
definitely
two singers. I sing, and then Neil, my cousin, who also plays guitar and does the other lead vocals, and then my twin brother plays the drums and the keys.
Awesome.
If Neil was here, he'd be singing the praises of Chris Cornell and Soundgarden, like that's his.
Of course.
You know. And I'm a big Tool head. Like Tool's my number one. We all love Tool.
Yeah.
You know.
I love Maynard, even though I know he would hate me as a person. I love him. But
That's what I like about him.
right? It's
Right.
like I know he would not like me, but I still adore him and love him very. I've still never seen them. I don't know how the
what?
fuck.
Yeah, we just saw them on Tuesday.
It's just not Tool, unfortunately, but we got to see Primus and Perfect Circle and Pussifer.
And if you ever, you haven't, but usually when he plays with the Perfect Circle and Tool, Maynard sits, so there's the drums in the back, Maynard off to the side.
He's like
in the back,
as far back as
and
the
then
drums
you have
are in
the
the shadows.
guitar and bassist up front. But this is the first time I've ever seen him where he was front and center stage.
Is there a rule? Does he have a rule you can't film him?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what will he do? He'll just call you out, or will he kick you out?
I mean, all the staff is supposed to be like, hey, you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
And,
I don't know if you'd get kicked out. So we were pretty fucked up at that show. And for some stupid reason, I was like, I got to send this video of this to my friend. So I start filming it. My fucking flash is on.
Oh, shit.
And then because I totally forgot about the rule. And then I was like, oh, shit, fuck. Oh, my God.
And probably everyone looked at you, too, right?
Yeah,
Everyone
like,
knows
what an
the
idiot. Yeah. Thinking I was just trying to break the rule on purpose, but I legitimately forgot.
Was that his 60th birthday, or was that another? Oh, so that's whenever all the bands came out.
Yeah, it was an immediate flow. It was like Perfect Circle starts, and then immediately Primus starts playing, and then immediately after that, Pussifer is just this.
Was Danny there, I'm sure?
No, unfortunately, like none of the Tool gang was there because apparently they popped up in LA, of course, because that's their hometown. But we missed Josh Freese too, because Josh Freese was back on the first half of the tour, the original Perfect Circle bassist, but he's now
drummer.
Drummer. Sorry, and he's now Foo Fighters drummer. So he had to leave.
Foo Fighters.
Literally the day before we got to see him. It's like
I hope everyone really appreciates Tool, because there'll never be another band like that. I don't think.
No.
I think if they came out today, they'd struggle just like everybody else. I really do.
Yeah.
Well, they came out at perfect good time in the early '90s, and they've evolved perfectly. I wasn't a huge fan of Fear Inoculum album.
The newest.
It's not my favorite. I mean, it's Tool, so I like it.
15-minute songs. I mean,
Yeah.
If my band put out a 15-minute song, I would get told to quit. Like, stop.
Right.
Like, just stop. It's over. But they fucking. That's what I love about them, man. They just 15-minute, 10-minute songs. Like, who the fuck does it? Only they could do that.
And
Right.
Won the greatest rock song of the year that year, the Tempest or whatever.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it won the best. Was it metal song or hard rock song of the year, 2019?
I think I heard about that. I think it was metal.
It might have been metal. Yeah.
Well, this goes to my next question. I feel the attention span to, like, if you put a 13-year-old kid down with that new Tool album, they wouldn't fuck 13 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
their little brain don't even.
Fast.
So when you guys write, do you write to try to fit the norm of like 2-minute radio, or do you guys even? Because I notice your songs are like 4 minutes, right? Like
yeah, they're usually around 4 to 5 minutes long. No, there's not really a formula, so we usually just kind of see where the song goes. Mm-hmm. And then lately, it's kind of the last 3 songs we've recorded. The formula or the structure seems to be like intro, a verse, chorus, which doesn't have words. It's more of an instrumental chorus, then verse, then the instrumental chorus again, and then it just goes off on a tangent for the rest of the song.
It's no word choruses work if it's done right.
Yeah.
Bands do that shit all the time. So I was just wondering how you guys write, because it's just, if you try to pay attention to what's going on, man, it can really, because I mean, what's your guys' goal? Like, what do you guys want to do? How big do you want to go with it?
I mean, if I could make the same amount of money I'm making at my current job and, living paycheck to paycheck, but doing music instead, I would be satisfied with that.
That's a good goal to have, man. That's a realistic goal in today's streaming and all that stuff too. That's what I tell people, like when they're like, why are you still, it's like, if I can just do what I love, I mean, we're only here, for sure, all that, I don't want to get into that shit, but like you gotta be realistic in today's market and all that stuff, and I mean, but a hit can set you free. I believe that. So you guys are on the right, because the '90s are coming back. They've been, Jinkos are getting worn again and all that stuff. So
I love Jinkos.
Everyone is rediscovering Deftones and all that stuff.
I know TikTok blew them up, man.
Yeah,
it's just.
Yeah. Well, and
it's so funny.
And Soundgarden, because of the eclipse, everyone started
Black Hole Sun and shit. I've never gotten the Deftones thing. I don't know, man. I'm gonna get killed for saying that. I've just never. I mean,
yeah, we're out of here.
Yep. Sorry.
Are you guys Deftone? Huge.
Oh yeah. Like I wouldn't sound like them if I could, but if I could pull off something like that, I would be blown away, because that's just such a hard thing to do. Like they do such a weird thing so well.
So this is interesting to me, because I've always wanted to interview Deftone heads, because I've never been. I mean, I like Change in the House of Flies, but if you take that away,
it's the
every girl I've ever met has wanted to fucking fuck Chino.
Yeah,
it's something about Chino that I've like, I don't know. It's the sex appeal of him, but now they're like, TikTok has just rebranded them. I see them scrolling all the time. It's some Def Cherry Waves or something. Every emo girl I've ever messed around with is like wanted to make out the Cherry Waves. I'm like, God damn it, this is fucking.
It's a good one,
dude. The White Pony album and Around the Fur just.
Yeah.
So are they an influence? Safe to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Especially for me vocally, and rhythmically on the guitar. Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
Have you seen them live?
I have. Yeah.
I still haven't. I can't wait, man.
I saw them when they came on the All in the Family tour with Korn.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it was cool.
I've seen them once, and it was. I'll throw this one at you. This is even older. This is, well, it might have been. You might have seen it. This was Summer Sanitarium in 03. Original Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, Deftones, Mudvayne, Metallica. That was
wow.
And they killed it though. Deftones killed it, but they've never been. I have White Pony in my CD case back there, but they've never been my go-to.
I think people listen.
Like what you like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they listen. They listen to the big hits and then like pass them by. But they've got like some deep cuts off like, what is it? The
Diamond Eyes. I heard is a popular one.
That's a good one. The whole like you've seen The Butcher and RX Queen. They've got that, but they've got the one I can't remember the one with like flamingos on it. I think it's called Triangles or something. And it's like it's so weird because it doesn't quite sound like a Deftones album. They have a really good trait of like not redoing themselves while still sounding like Deftones and not just trying to rehash the old what sold the first time. It's like,
or without writing new shit that kind of forgets about the whole reason that what everyone liked about them to begin with.
Absolutely.
So they're good at evolving, kind of like Korn. Korn's really good at evolving their sound without taking away what is awesome about them.
So you're 35, you said? You're close. I'm 38. I'm going to be 38 in June. Did you grow up? I mean, how old are you?
I'm 23.
That's all right. It's the same. So
I'm jealous.
Did you get the tail end of the new metal stage? It's coming back, or
I mean, I grew up listening to new metal. I still like all that shit still in my playlist. Always.
Gotcha.
You know, it like Linkin Park and like Bizkit and like, you know, all. I consider System its own kind of new metal, even though it's not traditional.
I consider them new metal.
They're like one of my top bands, like top influences, because I come from guitar first and stuff. So it's like all of that shit and on drums. It's like
growing up, what was your first CD thing? I'm not talking like stealing one of Dad's CD. What was your first CD you bought? Like you remember buying?
It was Freak on a Leash.
Damn. So Follow the Leader was your first.
Or Follow the Leader. That's right.
Holy shit! Nice.
wow.
Yeah.
Where'd you buy it? Sam Goody or
No,
like?
I bought it at the Great Mall.
Oh my God.
Remember, I gotten money for my birthday or Christmas or something, and I went to the mall and bought it at, what was that, Hot Topic or something?
Hell yeah. Spencer's.
I was so excited. I bought my first
That
CD.
booklet was sick. I'll never. I had that CD too, obviously, man, and then the first 13 tracks were just noise. Mm-hmm. You had to go to like track 13 to even.
And then before it started.
What was your? I mean, you're still in the CD era, kind of.
Oh yeah, well because like I grew up with cassettes that were handed down to me, but the first thing that I purchased with my own money was a Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Like best hits, like double CD
with his face on it, the white gate. Well, I know
it was the Essentials one.
Yeah, he had so many greatest.
And it was fantastic. It had everything back from the Jackson 5 to his shit. But I grew up on Michael Jackson as well, so I just wanted more of that. But I grew up on everything too, you know. Like I grew up on System of a Down, and I grew up on Tool and Breaking Benjamin, you know. So.
Yeah, I remember when I first heard System of a Down playing at Hot Topic in the mall, and I was like, "What the fuck is this shit, dude?
Right,
This is awesome."
They're allowed to play this in here. Like
when Hot Topic was cool, when Hot Topic was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Was it Sugar or was it like Toxicity era that you remember?
It was the song that was playing, I believe, was Chop Suey.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was so groundbreaking at the. It still is.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't
Nobody's
even
ever
sing.
replicated it.
Never.
Their harmonies, just like they were meant for each other.
It's hard. It's melodic. It's got such a range.
It really, that whole album, I have it on vinyl over there. That album's a staple of like, I mean, 2001, that was such a crazy year, obviously, with 9/11, all that. But yeah, Toxicity was insane. I mean, in System still headlining fucking, you know, Sick New World and all that stuff. But
when I think Serge and the guitar player were also in Soil.
Darren,
yeah.
Yep.
They were also in Soil.
I forgot that.
Or was it
Seriously?
Soulfly? It's one of those two.
It was one of those, because Soil's the My Little Halo, that Soil, or is there a different
That is Soil, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm an encyclopedia with that, like.
Man, yeah. Man, if Neil would have been here,
Is he like that? Is he like that too?
Yeah, he can just tell you like discography information about bands and like who the fucking producer was.
And did you know that like on this day in the studio, someone came, you know, like Neil's just got.
Yeah, he's
I
an
love
encyclopedia, dude.
Who do you guys produce your own stuff, or do you work with producers?
We've been working with Weights and Measures, Darren.
Okay.
Dwayne at Weights and Measures.
Yep.
And,
How do you guys like that? Does he have like a?
Phenomenal.
I love that place.
He has a good.
Dwayne is so cool, man. He's like the perfect amount of producing you, but also giving his input to be kind of part of the team, you know.
Yeah, he
we're
doesn't.
kind of all making it together.
He never gets in the way of like trying to like push what he thinks the song should be. He's always like you said, like on your team. He's always like getting you further to where you're already going.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
And he takes his time too. You don't feel rushed.
Yeah.
So how do you guys run the band? Is it more of like a democracy, like everyone votes, or is it kind of like one guy makes the leader kind of just this is what we're doing, or?
Yeah, I would say it's democracy.
Yeah.
We're just gonna vote on it, and whoever gets the most, then we just go with that.
How is the scene here? Because I've been gone for so long. I mean, my band's not even here. So what is the Kansas City market like? I mean, what do you guys notice? What's the pros and cons of it?
I mean, we have totally different perspectives because I've only been on the scene like post-COVID. So
gotcha.
I've got this new perspective, like everything that I know from like pre-COVID, that everyone has always said like you came at the best time because it was just competition, cutthroat, I'm gonna get mine, not real companionship and brotherhood within the bands. And now
we're in a golden age right now in the scene where all the bands are really working together as a community, and there's a lot of camaraderie, and everyone's really supporting each other, whereas before it was very competitive. Like bands would go to shows but not support the other bands.
Yep.
And I'm really glad that that's over because it's not a competition, it's art.
I mean, there's barely, it's not impossible, but it's kind of hard to find a battle of the bands around here.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't really exist. Like, there was one at the Speedway, but it barely was even a battle of the bands. It was just like
just friends getting together, kind of.
Well, it was just like a sponsored thing. It was all for show. It wasn't, real. It wasn't real music critique. It was just for show.
Right. Well, but how do you can't compare bands next to each other?
Yeah, it's
it
such
just
a
becomes a
childish
popularity contest.
It does.
Yeah.
It's who brought 50 people compared to 30. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Right.
At that point, let's just talk ticket sales and do good business. There's no reason
Yeah.
to make it like a pissing contest.
Right.
It's not, and that's what I was like growing up thinking. I'm just gonna play a show or two a year, not really probably do much, just because it's not realistic, and I'm gonna fucking hate everyone that I deal with because it's gonna be cutthroat, and I'm not, I'm a lover, not a fighter. And then I just apparently joined at the right time, where it's like you have brothers and people who like make you part of the family and just
Absolutely.
fucking awesome people. And then the other bands who are really cool people and watch out for you. And everyone calls people out. It's like, yeah, we'll work with them, but they're not really, It's like, everyone watches out. It's real shit.
It's a small town. And
It is.
So every city has that, the bands that you don't want to mess with and that are going to change over slow or fuck you out of fifth, because changeover is everything.
I hate
Hell,
that.
man.
I mean,
They're done with their set, but they're like up there taking pictures and like doing the rock star thing. I'm like, will you get the fuck off the stage?
yeah.
Who was it? Someone was talking about like a touring band that had some name, like, it wasn't the Assholes, but it was something like Poor Business. It was just something that sounded bad, like they were assholes, and it's like, yeah, they were. They fucking took 30 minutes to change over and all the shit. It's like, wow, really owning up to the shitty name, aren't they?
Yeah,
It just
and then,
sucked.
And then we have to cut songs off of our set.
It kills the vibe, man.
So sad.
When the drummer's unscrewing like, get your shit off stage.
Or like putting
Do that
it
in
in
the
the
back.
cases on the stage. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm about to throw your shit off of the stage.
And they feel entitled, too. I mean, they don't
definitely.
even know. It's not like they're doing it to piss you off. They're just that entitled most of the time.
Or they just don't know how this works. Like, it's usually newer bands that do that. But we always like help other bands like get their shit off the stage,
Absolutely.
and then bands help us get our stuff off,
Yeah.
and just make like an assembly line. Because when you're playing a show, and like when you're getting rushed on and off the stage, and you only have this much time to get up there and get it sound checked. So I've whittled down all my instruments. Like I used to take a lap steel with me and play that too. And then I'd have to set up like a PA to run it through for a preamp. And I'm like, dude, fuck all that. I'm just going to learn how to play that part on my guitar and just get rid of one piece, which takes, the sound guy even less stuff to set up. So
You got to pack light, man, because people, it's just it's so important to just keep the energy up and stuff. And the one tour we went on, we had to set up our shit and break down our shit. So it's like, you see us setting up for 15 minutes, and then it's like, what the fuck is up, motherfucker? It's like, dude, we saw you your guitarist tuning his guitar for fucking 10 minutes. It's just, it's so important for the vibe until you guys are on that level where, stagehands, which you see why they get paid the way they do, techs and shit that can make your life easier to where they hand you your shit, it's already ready to go. Oh my
Shout
God.
out to Andy. I mean, we've got.
Oh, you
good
got
friends.
one.
I mean, he's just a good friend. He used to be in bands.
Oh, cool.
yeah,
just a
and
great
he always
guy.
comes out
dude.
and texts for us.
That's so important. That's awesome. He does
He's
that.
awesome. Thank you, Andy.
Yep. Thank you, Andy.
We love you.
We've never
you.
had that, but that's so fucking important. So where did the rest of the band come together? Like I know how you came into it, but are you the one with the twin?
Yeah.
Okay.
The rest of us are family.
Okay,
Me,
cool.
We actually
Alex-
brought the wrong one today, so.
Yeah, got our wires crossed.
So your twin brother is like,
Yeah.
That's insane.
So me and Alex and Neil's our cousin. We've been playing in the bands together since high school.
okay.
And back then it was a band called Odious, which my sister was the lead singer then. And then in 2009, we quit that band, and me and Alex and Neil started another band called Trip Fix. And we played around town with that band for like 4 years. And then
That music's fucking dope. Like, I've heard those tracks.
This is
man.
This is MySpace
MySpace
days,
era,
prime.
yeah.
So fucking good.
What was that band sound like? What did you?
it was like this band, but a little bit heavier.
It was heavier. It wasn't like you weren't going for thrash, but it was like if Nirvana was a little. It was like if the Stacys were a little punkier.
That's like the Kill Switch Avenged era. Was it?
Yeah,
a little bit of that.
That's when all the local bands sounded like Kill Switch Engage. Yeah.
You could hear the cocaine. I mean the sugar.
It was heroin, okay?
No, yeah, sorry.
That era really did. I mean, that Kill Switch, Asking Alexandria area, that was a real thing. That was a real thing.
It was fantastic.
Every band
Wanted to sound
was
like
duplicated by that. It was insane. Even out in Cali, it was just like, what the fuck, man?
I love how far that ball got thrown, and then it was always those musical fads because then it gets reined back in and people start doing it less. But the effect is still there. You can still hear those like the lasting, tasteful bits in everyone else's music throughout. It's like, great, we're not beating it to death anymore, but it's rich, and it enriches music culture because it's like we had this moment.
It was a moment in time, though, for sure. I mean, because when you said 2009, I'm like, oh shit, MySpace all day.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a MySpace page and all that?
yeah. Yeah, we
How long
did.
was Trick Fix a band?
From 2009 or it was either 2008 to 2012. It ended in 2012.
That's a cool name, though.
Oh, yeah, thanks, man.
like that
We
name.
got really fucked up one night. And we were trying to come up with a band name. Yeah.
So you guys got a new song coming out, right?
We actually just released a song called Wherever I Go.
Oh, okay.
That
I think that's the one I checked out.
Yeah.
You guys prefer, like, what do you listen to Spotify or Apple Music? Like when you're listening?
I'm Apple Music.
YouTube Music, personally.
Really?
Spotify doesn't give artists as much of a cut, so I kind of boycott them.
It is ridiculous, man.
And I just don't know how to use Spotify.
It
It
sucks.
doesn't make sense. Like I click on a song and it plays a different song. I'm like, what the fuck is this thing?
It's so annoying, man, because that's what kids listen to music on. So I run it. I run ours because you got to see your monthlies. But we've done promotions. You know, if you do a promotion, you'll jump up, but as soon as that promotion's done,
It just
fucking right back down. So it's like this
Right.
is fucking. And then I seen this thing where Snoop Dogg said he got 40 billion streams. And it paid him $40,000, or no, not 40, but $1 billion.
Yeah.
Did you see that? A
Yeah.
billion streams paid out $40,000.
insane.
Like what in the?
How are you supposed to do
that's
anything like if
not enough.
if that's where we're at?
And I hope you
to
guys
make
get a
year's
billion. I hope
wages?
every young band gets a billion streams on something. But say you did get a billion streams, it's
And you only get 40 grand.
40 grand is what it paid him out. I mean, he's because Snoop and like even Taylor Swift, a lot of people have come out against these streaming companies. I mean, they're already rich. They don't give a shit. They're just trying to help, bands like you guys out and artists out.
Well,
But
the problem is until we as fans are willing to pay to listen to this music, then it'll always be that way. That's the reason.
true.
You know?
Yep.
Because we would rather get it for free. And that's why it's almost impossible to make it a living in the music industry.
And it sucks because, you guys, what goes into a song, and, you dump all this shit, all this time into a song. You fucking, everything goes into it. You throw it up on streaming, and somebody from high school listens to 15 seconds of it. And, oh, I liked it. Like, you didn't even
Come on,
fucking,
yeah.
you don't even know.
Right.
So, that thing. But anyway, on a brighter note, I have a little surprise for you guys. We have a new music video from you that we're going to preview on the show. Tell me your name. And then
cool.
you guys can look in the camera and let everyone know, but we're going to check it out right now. This is Tell Me Your Name by the Stacys.
Hell yeah, check it out.
Struck in my brain, and I felt the emptiness inside of me fade away.
your shows, you guys have physical stuff too?
Oh yeah.
You have
Yeah.
vinyl and CDs, or what do you have?
Oh, music wise?
Yeah, music-wise.
No, we don't have any CDs or anything. We just
mean-
sell like T-shirts, shot glasses,
That's awesome.
like
Yeah.
sunglasses.
Beanies.
Vinyl's expensive to fucking
Crazy.
press. I mean,
And
like
it's
if
like
you,
$30 for one.
it is.
Yeah.
And you know, but have your fans ever asked for anything physical, or is it mostly streaming? Are they just streaming heads? Because it's
I feel like only like real fans, like true fans, are like, man, can I have something? Like, you know, and it's like, well, shoot, we'd love to, but like, I don't want to ask you for $50 for one pressing.
I
You
know,
know,
right.
I don't want to be that guy.
We
you
thought
know.
about making a vinyl and just raffling it off at one of our shows.
that'd be cool. I
Sign
mean,
it
like one of
on.
until you guys, you know, until it blows up. Like that'd be cool to have the original pressing, like shit like that. People are all about that stuff, and that's what. Growing up, I was a big Juggalo and Insane Clown Posse. They
Yeah.
always did shit like that, man. Where this is the only press tape, this is the only cassette tape, and if you have it, now that shit, like all the older Juggalos like me, man, I'd pay $1,000 for a cut of like the Great Malenko on the first, like when Disney kicked them off the label back in the day, like that
They
original.
were signed by Disney.
They were. They were signed by fucking Disney. But that original Great Malenko that you could have got at Sam Goody in like '98, that's like $1,000. That's like $1,500 on the Juggalo market right now.
Oh, for sure.
So back to what I was saying about you guys pressing maybe one vinyl of your shit. That'd be cool for a fan to have that, man. Like
If you want it, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cassette?
Hit us up.
I want to press some cassettes. That would be cool to have those.
I would too, man.
Man, I grew up like I had Cake Fashion Nugget as a cassette, and man, I tore through that shit because I had other shit, but that was the one I tore through.
Did your first car have a cassette tape, or was
Yeah,
it?
actually, I did.
Oh no
Yeah,
shit.
old
So
Saturn.
mine-
Yeah.
Now my car doesn't even have a CD player. Like,
Right.
they don't
Mine
put them
doesn't
anymore.
Mine doesn't either. I mean, they don't
insane.
even fuck with them anymore. It's
Well, I mean, it's using, your phone, like your iPod or whatever, is so much more convenient anyways than having to switch discs out and all that. But I like having a physical copy, something I can hold. I like the booklet that's inside there. You can see, and like, it's cool.
smell.
man.
It always smelled cool. You know that,
Yeah.
that first smell. It's a thing. It really, if you're in a band or
yeah.
even if you enjoy, the booklet smelled weird.
Yeah.
But it was like a perfect.
Smelled like a printing press.
It did.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
Like especially that corn booklet and all that stuff. And I back in the day, man, I gave Lars shit, but Lars was right. Like
About Napster.
he was.
Yeah.
He was, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
but the
sucks.
problem with him is I don't know why he went after the fans instead of going after Napster themselves.
Yeah.
That's
like-
true.
How
They
you
probably
gonna go
the
after
fans,
your
man.
fans?
Yeah.
They're just using what's available.
Yeah.
But I remember, I mean, I'm sure we've all ruined a computer or two with LimeWire and
Yep.
Napster.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Be like,
Oh,
hey,
man.
I got that new song. It should be ready in 2 days.
Right.
I remember downloading like the black market Nookie from Limp Bizkit, and it wasn't even Limp Bizkit.
shit.
It was like a cover band doing it, and
Hell yeah.
ruined my mom's computer. And then of course Bang Bros porn came along. You're downloading
yeah.
illegal trailers from them and
Yeah.
ruining another fucking So I mean, but to not get too off track, Lars called it. I mean, and then I seen a Gene Simmons interview the other day. I don't know if you guys have seen that interview, but he was just saying, it's over. But it don't gotta be over.
It doesn't-
Otherwise, we
that's
wouldn't
the
be doing
thing.
this
It doesn't
anymore.
have to be over, but they're the ones making the choice to be a virtual band. Like, yeah, man, everyone unfortunately gets to the point where they don't want to be on stage every night, but it doesn't mean you have to be a virtual band.
During COVID,
Right.
did you? I seen some. You're absolutely right. I seen some bands during COVID do that, like streaming. Did you guys do one of those?
No.
It's weird to me.
We
It's
did,
I wasn't
so
in the
weird.
band at the time.
but we have done stuff like that since.
yeah,
This-
Fatally
this
Live,
last
shout
year.
out Nick Nothing, Fatally
Yeah.
Live.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a good local friend he's the bassist for Unwritten Rules, and he just has, he's doing what you're doing in just a different format. Instead of sitting down and talking to people, he kind of talks behind the camera, but lets the band just kind of jam out on the green screen, and
Yeah,
you know, just
that's
kind
cool.
of be them instead of it's like, oh, it's the show, you got to be on, be off. It's like, yeah, you got 2-3 hours, whatever you're comfortable with, and just bullshit in between the songs. And, you know, it's a real good platform, just like this is fucking sick. Just having like real musicians talking and stuff, and real people, man. Like,
I mean, we're all doing it because we love it, right? I mean, you guys love it. That's the thing. I mean,
we're not doing it for the money.
All the bullshit goes away when you play and all that stuff. And when I looked, I did a little research. I looked as far back as I could on your guys' stuff. You guys, who have all you played with? I seen Smile Empty Soul. That was a while ago? It looked like. Who all you played with?
That was
last year.
I
love them, by the way.
Yeah, me too. We played with Redline Chemistry.
Okay.
And somebody else. I can't really think of it. To be honest with you, I usually get so fucked up at our shows that I don't really remember much of it.
That's awesome.
Not why we played. But
what's your favorite venue here? Like
Vivo.
Vivo
has become our home. And I fucking love Daniel, the owner, and Mackenzie and Chad and everybody that works up there, man. They're just...
It's like a small community family kind of thing. Have you played the Uptown?
Yeah, I played the Uptown Theater. Trip Fix did back in the day.
That's my dream venue. I grew up going there. I mean, I've seen Korn there. Yeah. Everybody there. So.
Well, we went to the green room and Damage Plan had played there the weekend before, and so we all went and just sat in every spot in the green room. Like, if we sit everywhere, we'll have sat somewhere where Vinnie Paul had sat.
Oh, Vinnie. Was this before or after Dime?
After Dime.
Oh, wow. And they still toured? Mm-hmm. Oh, so crazy about that. I was in fucking high school. I mean, you would have been probably in high school or 8th grade, but I was going to see Damage Plan at the Uptown Theater the day after.
Oh, at the Christmas
at
show?
the Rock. I have the
that was going to be my first concert.
I was going to ask you guys what your first concert is, but that was going to be your first concert?
And it got
Holy
canceled.
shit. I have the stub in there. It was, and then I remember my ISS teacher, because I was always in ISS. Love you, Miss McMickle. She goes, come here. She was a bitch to everybody but loved me. She goes, come here. And she showed me, and Dime had got shot, because this was like 2003, so it wasn't like your phone wasn't going off. So she pulled it up on the computer, and but the next day we were supposed to see it. It was like December 4th at the Uptown. It was the Rock's Twisted Christmas or something like that.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. So what was your first show then?
9 Inch Nails.
Where at? Kemper?
Yeah, Kemper.
Holy
for the
shit.
With Teeth tour.
Damn.
It was awesome. That
Early
was
2000s?
the best show I've ever been to, except for maybe that Sessanta show with A Perfect Circle, Primus, and Pussifer.
But early 2000s, 9 Inch Nails.
Oh my God, they're so good.
At Kemper, which is my favorite. I love Kemper.
I never got to see a show there. I went to other stuff there.
What was your first concert?
My first concert was Tool in 2019.
Oh, okay.
I took myself because I was, I dropped out of high school and been working. I've had my own money since I was young, so I was like, fuck this.
It was finally Tool.
Nobody else wanted to go.
And I was 18. I had no friends to go. Like all my friends were adults with lives who didn't like my music. So I was like, well,
why didn't you call me, man?
I wish I knew you.
That's no excuse.
I know. It's like Chris Roach, sir. I know you don't know me yet, but
yes.
I love you very much, and I know you like Tool. Come with me now.
Yes.
So what did you wait so long to go growing up? Did you just not have any means to get there, or kind of?
Yeah, I wasn't really into like Tool probably until I was like 14 or so. And then by the time, I dropped out of high school when I was 16 and did video game programming. So like I was making enough money that, I could do what I wanted. And like when I was 18, I was like, oh shit, they're like coming through again. Like they're starting to do stuff. I was going to go to Jack White because I fucking love Jack White. Of course. And I missed that one like in 2018. So in 2019, when I was 18, I was like, so let's do this.
Is that when you knew you wanted to be in a band kind of after seeing them? Or
no, because I had been recording myself. Like I built my first computer when I was 12. Like I'm a big nerd. So like I've been recording myself since I was probably like 17 or 16. Yeah. Like I started on violin when I was like 10. So like I've always had music in the blood where it was like I have to do something. I thought I was going to be an orchestra. I thought I was going to be, in a touring orchestra symphony, doing something like that
Because you played the cello, wasn't it?
violin.
Or
Oh,
violin.
I did play cello like on the side. I taught myself because I was friends with all the cellists. But no, I was first chair violin. They did not want to lose me. They would have killed me if I moved to cello.
So did you like Yellow Card growing up? Because they got a violinist, right?
Yeah.
A couple bands like that do. That's cool.
Yeah. But
So were you using GarageBand growing up?
Reaper,
Okay.
man. It's just so direct, and it's so, it's one of those things. Oh, yeah.
Threw it at the camera. Someone's behind the camera.
It was just one of those things that
Hello,
I could just
Satan.
keep cranking out dumb little ideas, and I think that's what taught me guitar more than anything is just writing a ton of shit, just bad song after bad song.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, I
So what are we
gotta dig into
trying
these.
here? This is chocolate mushrooms.
Yes, dude.
Oh my
these are
God.
so good. We did some of these at my New Year's party last New Year's.
You do a New Year's party every year? Try to-
Yeah.
Okay, at your house?
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to come one time.
Yeah, absolutely,
It's
yeah.
a glow party, so it's black lights
Nice.
and fucking psychedelic drugs.
Did you have the black light posters growing up? Remember
Yeah,
those?
yeah, we put a
Seventh
bunch of those
Heaven?
up. We bought some tapestries that were UV, whatever. It's so much fun.
See, that's when I would picture listening to Deftones and Tool is when you're on shrooms, right?
Yeah, dude, it is the premium experience. Even though I was sober the first
How much
time
is
I
in
went.
one of these? Huh,
The right amount. Whoa.
perfect amount.
I'm good.
Thank you.
At your
thank you.
party, I will try them, but
Random camera entity.
I gotta go. I've never done any drugs, honestly. That's being out in LA.
Oh, you're funny.
I know, right?
You're funny.
Can you guys say what you've done on? Do you feel comfortable, or is it
Yeah, how much
Oh.
time do you have?
what? I mean, what do you? Okay, first of all, what do you think about weed being legal now? Because growing up,
About
man,
fucking time.
we could do 90
about
days in
time.
jail for a roach. Like, no pun intended. But I remember in high school, fucking a joint would get you 90 days in jail.
Yeah,
Insane.
it was because it was a class 1 narcotic, the same as heroin.
It was the war.
Even the residue from the
Oh, yeah.
blunt in your ashtray could get you. So now it's legal. So you smoke weed, both of you.
Yeah.
What do you got? Do you guys grow, or do you guys just like
No,
I'm more of a
dispensaries?
shower, not a grower.
Yeah, it's medicinal for me, really. Like,
Does it help you like write and just?
yeah, the writing process definitely. I probably don't know a song I wrote sober, or at least a good one.
I
But-
say no junk, no soul. That's what I say.
Yeah. No, I've got a neurological disorder, like a neuromuscular disorder that I'm in like chronic pain. So
Oh, wow.
I use it for that mainly. But yeah, we stay functioning.
So what
Yeah.
is it? Where is it at in your body? Is it?
It's in my legs. My legs are toothpicks. The muscle dies because or atrophies because the nerves are dying and receding. They're not communicating with the muscle. It's called Charcot-Marie tooth. My dad's like a branch leader in the Kansas City area for the CMTA. But yeah, it's just something I'll always have. Like, it's not going to kill me. You know, my torso's fine since it's like closer to my brain, but since
Yeah.
my limbs are further from my brain, like my hands are in constant pain. So like the fact that I play music blows me away at all, just because it's a constant fight. Like I'm constantly fighting.
I have a buddy's band. They're called the Mendenhall Experiment. He has cerebral palsy.
Wow.
And it's named after him, Brandon Mendenhall, and they're good friends with Korn, but they're around our age.
awesome.
But like, you got to check them out because he has like a movie on Amazon Prime about his life.
Seriously.
But it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
in a
definitely.
way. But he's like he taught himself how to play guitar, and they're kind of like alternative, kind of like you guys, but you know, melodic like you guys. But anyway,
Yeah.
like
That's badass. No, I'm
that's
I'm
badass that you're doing that.
I'm gonna get that again after the podcast because I want to look into that because you have to like invent your own method. Like people try to be like, how do you do that? I'm like, I don't know because your body works normal and I've had to change. Like, don't do what I'm doing because I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
You know, like
Well, for having that, I mean, you fucking rock out with the best of them. He doesn't let it slow him down at all.
There you go.
So, and I know it's hard, especially carrying all the gear and all that stuff too. So, but we're all really like, we all help each other, you know.
Absolutely.
It's not like one guy, like, you carry your own shit and I'll carry my shit, you know.
Yeah, you can, and that's how bands break up.
I know.
Right? I mean, that's how shit gets, resentment starts. You got to just go with the flow. And I mean, my band, we've had probably 12 different members over the years, and no one leaves bad terms, but people just, it's hard to get a group of guys. So if you guys got the core group of guys that believe and see the vision, you can do anything, man. But like when you get the people that just jump in for 15 minutes, they weed themselves out anyway.
They do.
Real quick.
Well, and what I like about this band is there's no egos. Like, we're all just in it for the song. Mm-hmm. You know, that's what's most important.
Yeah, no one's ever like, wait, but like I'm trying to do this. It's like, well, I'll just do it in a different song. Like, we're not worried about it.
We're like, when we write, we every now and then you got to be like, nah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
You know, and nobody gets upset. I mean, it might hurt your feelings a little bit just because you're bummed out because you're like, I really liked it, but whatever.
How many songs do you have in the discography altogether? Like, if you had to like play every song you had,
Like recorded?
like live, yeah, or recorded, yeah.
Live, it would be like
Almost
20.
Damn,
But
nice.
recorded, it is 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we take a long time to write songs. It usually takes us like a month or two to finish the song.
And we don't do any covers. Like the only cover that we do is like a very Stacys-fied rendition that they've been doing for a long time, but it's Ain't No Sunshine.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Ain't No
okay.
Stacy wrote this song.
Yeah.
What's your guys' take on cover bands? Because that craze is just, I mean, if you're gonna
I
do
think it's
that,
a good way to make money.
it's a good way to make money. But now they're doing it for bands we grew up on, and they dress like Korn cover bands, all that stuff. To
Oh,
me,
you
I'm
mean
like,
classic rock?
yeah, classic rock. No, fuck yes. But what's your thing on it? I mean, to me, it's like if I ever get to that point, I'd rather be making your own shit, man.
Well, that's my thing. I think it's. I would totally be in a cover band just to make money while still playing music.
Right.
But ever since I was a kid, learning how to play the guitar, I never wanted to learn other people's songs. I just wanted to write. You know?
That's
And I mean, I've learned some covers and all that, and I can, but it's not really my strong.
if you had to be in one, what would you be in? Like what? 80s,
I'd be in
90s?
a tribute band. I think I'd be in like a either a Pink Floyd or the Doors tribute band. Something like trippy and psychedelic. Yeah.
There's a couple good Doors tribute bands, right? Do they ever come through here? They're always in LA at the Whiskey, but
Yeah.
have you seen them? Like the
I've never seen the Doors covered.
some look just. Is there good Pink Floyd cover bands, or is that's
yeah,
so,
there's
Yeah.
Think Floyd,
Think
Australian Pink Floyd.
Yeah, I'll see for
I
sure.
saw them. I saw both of them.
What's the Welcome to the Machine? I think is one of the bands or something.
Oh, is it?
Are they like
something.
bad at? Are they like right on the money?
Yeah,
with
they
it?
do all the lights and everything. Yeah.
See that when you're on that, they're probably making bank. Honestly, I mean, if you can
Well,
coast.
if you're a cover band, you can actually charge a guarantee.
Yeah.
Now, if you're like us, you're a no-name local band that only plays originals. Like, you can't request from a bar owner, "Hey, we want to play here, but you got to pay us." Like,
Yeah.
like, who the fuck's gonna come see you? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You can't guarantee that. That's why they make us sell tickets.
Yeah, that's
Sucks, but it's the way it is.
so. Where have you guys toured before, or do you want to
No,
tour?
we actually jumped on a tour, the Southwest Rising Stars tour, and we were only able to play one of the dates before we had to jump back off just due to logistics and financial reasons. So.
Right, it's so
Yeah.
expensive, man.
Mm-hmm.
to,
It's tough.
hop on the road and stuff. That's why people gotta. They don't even know if you're not a band. Like it's a band thing. It's,
Yeah.
But like I mean, just a tank of gas alone,
Oh.
And then if you don't want to be fucking miserable and you get a hotel room here and there,
Yeah.
that adds up too and all that.
Yeah.
But
They're like, it's so easy. What do you mean you need $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 to come up? It's like, well, look at what you're asking us to do, and all the work that we put in before the scenes. You know, it's like, come on now.
But say the new song blows up, goes viral, and you guys get offered that, or is everyone in the band able to just say "fuck it, let's go," or would there? Because
I mean, if
You
the
mean like
money's
just like
there.
leave our
leave
jobs
your
and
job, whatever, like go and live the dream, or would that be that one guy that says I can't? Like,
No, we would all do it.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing, because you know a lot of bands they wouldn't leave, they wouldn't roll the dice like that.
Yeah.
And to me, if you don't have a lineup that would do that, the fuck are you doing then, man?
It is. It's
Right.
all about that core belief.
Hometown
because-
warriors. I mean, like if you get the call, man, like that we've all been waiting for, you got to go.
That's the dream, man. Is to play music every day, every night.
Absolutely.
That would be sweet.
Well, that's the biggest thing I wanted to get out of this interview is like let everyone know that if it happens, you guys are going. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Just give us a call.
Thank you.
have
Yeah.
you guys? You got to look into playing. Have you ever wanted to play like a West Coast, East Coast, like just book a show and just make it a band thing and like go see what else is out there? Or,
Yeah, and just tour or play shows on the way down and on the way back.
'cause,
Absolutely.
I mean, you guys have a booking agent. How do you guys get shows?
Just us doing the work, doing the handshakes,
Yeah,
making the calls.
My wife is our manager.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Jamie.
She
We
does
love you,
all
Jamie.
our social media, deals with booking and merch, and she
That's
handles
awesome.
all the business side of things. She
Keeps
does a
us
really
in
good
line.
job.
That's there's not enough time in the day. You got to have someone to do that stuff. I do that. I've done that for my band, and I know, but man, you just don't have enough time in the day.
No.
It's just something's gonna lack. Your Instagram's gonna lack, Facebook's gonna lack, an email is gonna go unanswered. It's just life. I mean, it's just happens all the time.
And her posts are so much more eloquent and professional. Before she was doing it, like the next day after a show, when you put your thank you post, I'd be like, "Thanks, dudes, that was totally fucking awesome, super good time, rock finger, rock finger, rock finger." You know, she's like, you forgot to thank this person specifically. You forgot to do this, and I'm like, and also, you sound like a 15-year-old douchebag.
And unfortunately, people remember when they're not thanked. They're like shouted out. Like that harbors
Yeah,
like
resentments.
and
Could
fucking
burn some
opportunities. Like motherfucker didn't even thank me. Like,
Yeah. They're not getting a call back.
Yeah,
I'm so
it's
bad
that-
about that.
it happens.
It's that quick too, because people, they don't fuck around. Like when it's business and you put your neck out there and you got some connections. Like, yeah, man, you gotta watch out for your people sometimes. But give me a chance, man.
When you got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
So what before that shit hit the fan there? What was that? The Riot Room? Have you played there?
Yeah.
So is it becoming a venue again? For everyone that don't know, it's
Roof, isn't it?
the Riot Room in Kansas City. I played there once. We flew in for it, but it got hit by a fucking fire truck. Didn't it?
Yeah. It crashed into it and
What the
collapsed it.
So
But before that, it was getting bought out anyways, too,
Oh.
because that whole area is just being gentrified, and they're
Yeah.
trying to get rid
The
of
Ale
all.
House went out, right? That's right by it.
Yeah,
So what are they
lost-
gonna turn? Did you like the Riot Room? Did you
Yeah,
like
we used to play there a lot.
how the stage was just kind of like intimate, right in your face?
I like you walking in the bar was a circle as soon as you walked in. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
And they had a sweet ass green room. Yeah,
man.
it was a cool place.
So so that whole area? Are you old enough to remember the Beaumont Club?
I remember.
Okay.
I never went, but I remember everyone going there.
We
and talking
played
about
there
it.
one time. That was so cool.
I saw the Mars Volta and Stacys at Beaumont Club.
Oh my! At the same time? Oh my god, that's a hell of a show.
Growing up, I seen you wouldn't even be able to I've seen fucking Mudvayne in there and like O2, man, like just the energy of that place was unmatched. Like the
Yeah.
Beaumont Club was so fucking cool, man.
It was.
JPE and Non-Point at
Yeah.
Beaumont Club.
Oh really?
Yeah, saw
That's
that.
awesome.
Beaumont Club was great.
I mean, now what is it, a Mexican restaurant or a
No, it's Tin Roof, isn't it?
Beaumont. I don't know.
Oh, the Beaumont.
Riot
I don't
Room
remember what it is now.
has been purchased by Tin Roof. Like Tin Roof's like a corporatized like bar venue. Like it's interesting. I don't totally hate it, but I'm not in love with it. It's not what it needs to be. But they like respectfully hire local bands. So they're not just trying to bring in their own people, but they hire local bands to be a semi-cover band. They do an open mic night, that's whatever. But like, I don't even know what they're doing with the actual Right Room. They've purchased it and it's not open, I don't think.
Sitting there.
It's just sitting there. Like, I don't know if they're working on it or what is happening.
It has
But
so
it's
much.
like,
It has so much
wow.
potential.
Yeah.
Like, it really does. If they rebranded it and just like, but
It wouldn't be that hard. It's everything's
No,
there.
it wouldn't.
And people know what it is. They would go back.
Well, and it's convenient location too.
So how far have you guys branched out from Kansas City, like surrounding it? Have you done Nebraska or Iowa?
This band hasn't played. We played in Nebraska back in high school, but so far, I guess Chickasha, Oklahoma would be.
Yeah.
Were you in the band when that?
Yeah.
How
we
was
just,
that?
That was like a couple weeks ago.
It was good. It was a great experience, getting down somewhere where, we had people when we're, packing up. You know how it is. Everyone's trying to talk to you. It's like, hold on, I got to pack up. But they're like, y'all from around here? Because you don't sound like it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we're from KC. And they're like, whatever the fuck you just played, like, you need to come back. And it's like, that's cool.
We met a
'cause
lot
you
of cool
never know
people.
if someone's going to like your stuff in a different town,
Do you guys mostly get people saying you sound grunge, or do you have? Do they get the influence
That's
and
the
all?
general consensus, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
It's
get
very-
Nirvana a lot. We get... Someone said, oh God, who did they say the other day? It threw me out. Puddle of Mud, and I was like, sure, I'm not really.
I didn't
but
get Puddle of
I
Mud.
was like, I'll just leave that one alone.
Maybe the vocals sometimes I could kind of see that.
There was
It's a
one
stretch.
melody where I heard Bush for sure,
I get compared to Gavin
which is
Rossdale all the
that's
time.
a compliment because he's fucking amazing. But I definitely heard Nirvana and Bush in there, but not Puddle of Mud. And I grew up on Puddle of Mud.
Yeah, I used to like them a lot.
That first album was good.
Yeah, that threw me off when someone said that. I was like, I'll let you think. It was funny.
So one of my first shows was Korn at Kemper Arena with Puddle of Mud in 2002. And poor Wes did not have a good night there. That was like the heart of Korn when they were all, on drugs, original lineup, angry, Untouchables era. And Puddle of Mud came out there and they just got fucking annihilated. I think they played 2 songs.
Poor Wes.
And I know Gladstone West just did not have a good night, but that show was insane. But my first show was Chili Peppers and Foo Fighters in '99, Californication tour
Dude,
at Sandstone,
that would have been the best, man.
which should always be Sandstone.
Yeah.
fucking,
It's always gonna be Sandstone.
I don't even Azusa, is that what it's called
Missouri.
now?
It's a bank.
So do you
Everyone's
you guys
getting
know
bought
they're
out.
building a new outdoor venue in Riverside like that? It's like a new Sandstone in Riverside.
Oh, wow.
Sweet.
So there's a
Wonder
goal.
who's owning that.
It's supposed to
What
be
corporation's gonna put their name on that one?
Right.
It's supposed to be state of the art kind of thing, but it's going to be. They've already got the big hole dug, but there's a goal venue for you guys to play. That's
be
good. It
sick.
looks awesome.
Yeah.
It's right by the current practice facility.
in case-
Yes, I know exactly where you're talking
It's
about.
right there.
Yeah,
So-
okay, that is, because I saw something getting built there.
All right, guys. Well, I could go another hour easily with you guys. I'm a fan for life. This has been my favorite episode just because it's talking about something I love, which is music. So I respect the fuck out of both of you guys. And when's your next show?
Is June 7th in Shawnee at the Aztec
Okay,
with Full
cool.
Stack Fury, the Hard Margarets, and T-1.
I'm sure this should be out by June 7th, right? So
Yeah, and tickets
Cool.
are only $10, so hit us up if you want to go, and we'll get it to you.
and you guys are on all streaming, YouTube Music,
Everywhere.
So the Stacys, stream them, download them. They're
No
on everything.
apostrophe, just
Yeah.
the Stacys.
Yeah, the Stacy. Yeah, I found that
STACYS.
Yep.
awesome. So anywhere you stream music, check them out. They're fucking awesome. Thank you guys for being on Drinks on Dave, man.
Dude, thanks for having
Thanks
us
for having
so
us.
much.
Cheers. Cheers to you
Cheers,
guys.
Cheers.
And much success. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Party on, Wayne.
Thanks for checking out the Drinks on Dave podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe below so you never miss an episode. Because you never know who's going to show up and have a drink on Dave.
Nah, fuck Stacey. She's a bitch.